Have you ever had the feeling that you're constantly juggling work, but you can't seem to get out of it? There's always something else to do. There's always one more task on the to-do list, and you don't get any chance to spend time on your own business. This is something I've had to deal with myself. And today I want to just start a conversation about things you can do, especially when it comes to CRM and automation, to make your lives easier and create space to grow the business. Now, just for some context, I am a business owner, an entrepreneur, and I have a few businesses. They're all quite small in team size, but the team relative to revenue ratio is quite nice. So we produce a lot of revenue for the size of our teams. And the only way we manage to achieve this is by using a lot of tools, a lot of systemization, and a lot of templating to minimize work that doesn't really matter. The more of that is automated, the more you can spend time on growing the business. So let's talk a little bit more about the CRM and how it helps your business. The CRM, a customer relationship management platform software, is the cornerstone of your business, but also your future automation endeavors. Essentially, it helps you control all of the chaos in your business. You don't have to look up physical files or in some Google sheet which client it was that bought stuff yesterday and what did they buy, what has been their customer lifetime value, how many items on my website have they interacted with. It helps you keep track of all of these things automatically if you implement it right. And that is the goal with the CRM, essentially, fundamentally. Now, there are 4 benefits that I want to explore today of using a CRM system. There are many more, but we'll dive deeper into these 4, and hopefully that can give you some idea on how to best use it for yourself. The number one biggest benefit, especially for a smaller business, is customer follow-ups and communication. It is the most important thing when it comes to converting clients, and it's also the most time-consuming thing in general. But you don't want to spend all of that time on all the clients. Not every client is equal. That's why we do lead scoring, but we'll leave that for a different video. Fundamentally, you want to spend the time on the clients that are most likely to convert. And a CRM will allow you to, one, let's say they fill in a form on your website. It sends all of their data into the CRM system, and an automated email goes out with personalized information. That's not even the difficult part. Most systems can do that already. But what becomes interesting is that based on their, let's say, answers in the form, you can trigger different types of emails, and you can put them in lists that they get specific types of email nurturing. So let's say somebody indicates interest in, let's say, a website. They want you to build a website for them, but they want more information. But they're not sure yet whether they want to buy. They're just looking for more information. You put them in the list of, let's say, a medium quality lead, interested, but needs convincing. And then in that, there's a certain email sequence that you've already pre-created based on what they filled in, and it sends them every week an email telling them, hey, one of the benefits of building a website is this and this and this. The second one tells them, hey, you don't need to spend so much money on a website. You can start small and scale as it goes. And using a system like that, you could automatically keep nurturing this client until they're ready to buy. And if you have this planned out well, the moment that a real person in your organization comes in is either if they indicate interest, like real interest in the middle of that, let's say, email sequence campaign, or by the end of it where they indicated interest when you provided a special offer. And that's when your best salesman goes and tells them, hey, John, I have something for you. Using that, you can decrease the amount of time spent in doing sales conversion. The second benefit of a CRM is generally keeping things organized. One thing that costs a lot of time in small businesses is that everything is stored in a non-structured way. You start by creating a Google Drive with a few folders, and you promise yourself that you're gonna, put everything in the right places, but it's not gonna happen. As things get busy, as clients start putting pressure, you're going to lose track of all of this. And the idea is that if you have one centralized point of doing this, and you, let's say, funnel all of your clients for all kinds of work through forms, all of your content gets organized in a way that you save an incredible amount of time. For me personally, it is the second biggest benefit. A third really big benefit of CRM tools are the integration components. So let's say somebody filled in a form, a request for proposal, and it goes into your CRM. You know their name, their email, and some other information that you asked. But what is the next step? An email that goes out automatically is really good, but what about if you integrate into a task management or project management solution, and as soon as somebody does a request for proposal, based on that information, it automatically creates a certain amount of tasks in that project management solution and assigns it to the right person. So you don't need somebody that's doing the project management and assigning tasks to people. It happens automatically. And the smaller your team, the more important this is. The fourth and most important component in the long term is data and analytics. Understanding your customer base. When you're storing all of this data automatically, you're creating this database that you can learn from and iterate on in how to best convert different client profiles. When you have to do this manually, it often doesn't end up happening. I've promised myself many times, I'll have to create documentation for all of the different campaigns I've done and then create profiles out of it. It just doesn't happen. I'm too busy, a client is putting pressure, it just doesn't happen. So this data component becomes incredibly important as you're starting to grow, as you're starting to scale in your business. A quick example is one of my businesses. This is in the Netherlands, and we work with different municipalities and governments, sub-governments, I'm not sure what you call it in English. We do research for them, and we have to communicate that research with different types of people. People in the government itself, but also clients and also people living in that specific municipality. And organizing all of those tasks is incredibly difficult as a 2.5-man team. However, we have everything done through the CRM. We do bulk emails, we track all of the open rates. As soon as somebody doesn't open the email, the reminder goes out after a couple of days. And implementing that system has allowed us to perform to a degree that when we tell them the size of our organization, they're shocked. And that could be you too. I want you to seriously consider and evaluate how you could potentially use CRM and automation tools in your business. Having a CRM and implementing automation tools is the easiest way for you to scale your organization without having to scale your team as quickly, right? That means lower costs, more profit margins, and generally a happier lifestyle while running your business. Now, I will be documenting a lot more about this type of topic on the YouTube channel, but I've written a more in-depth article if you're interested on my blog, and you can find it in the description of this video. Let me know if you like this video. Tell me if you have more questions. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you disliked it, and subscribe if you want to see more.